Quick quiz. What were the cancellation terms in your phone contract? How about the late payment penalties in your lease? The non-compete restrictions in your employment agreement? Can't remember? You're not alone. 78% of people can't recall key terms from contracts they signed just months ago, and that forgetfulness is costing them everything. Welcome back to Contract Myths Debunked. I'm Brandon, and today we're exposing the memory myth that's bankrupting people who thought they were smart. Here's what everyone thinks. I read it, I understood it, I'll remember the important stuff. Makes sense. You're intelligent, you were paying attention when you signed. Surely you'd remember something as important as contract terms that could cost you money. But your brain has other plans. Hermann Ebbinghaus discovered the forgetting curve. We lose 50% of new information within an hour, 70% within 24 hours, and 90% within a week. Contract terms aren't exempt from neuroscience. Your brain treats dense legal language as non-essential information and dumps it immediately. Even worse, you think you remember when you don't. A freelance designer signed a contract with automatic renewal clauses. 6 months later, she wanted to end the relationship due to scope creep and late payments. She was shocked to discover she was locked in for another full year, with a $5,000 early termination penalty. I never agreed to that, she insisted, but there it was, in Section 7.2, exactly where she had initialed it. First, information overload. Contracts contain 50 to 200 different terms, conditions, and obligations. Your brain can't store that much detail. Second, legal language isn't natural language. Your brain doesn't encode artificial, complex syntax effectively. Third, emotional state during signing. You're focused on getting the deal done, not memorizing terms. Fourth, time pressure creates shallow processing. Here's the dangerous part. You feel confident about what you remember, even when you're wrong. Psychologists call this confidence bias. You remember signing something about cancellation, but you remember the version you hoped for, not what was actually written. Your memory becomes wishful thinking. Your brain remembers what benefited you and forgets what didn't. You remember the perks, the benefits, the promises. You forget the restrictions, penalties, and obligations. This isn't character flaw, it's human psychology. Contract writers know this and exploit it ruthlessly. Forgotten terms compound into disasters. You violate clauses you don't remember agreeing to. You miss deadlines you forgot existed. You trigger penalties you didn't know were there. You lose rights you thought you had. One forgotten auto-renewal clause can trap you for years. AI never forgets. It can instantly recall every term, every obligation, every deadline from every contract you've ever signed. It can alert you to upcoming renewals, remind you of restrictions, and warn you before you violate terms you've forgotten. Your external memory for all things contractual. Next week's myth is the most dangerous of all. Bad contracts are obviously bad. I'll show you how the most devastating contract traps are designed to look perfectly reasonable. That's exactly what makes them so dangerous. Subscribe now because the final myth could save you from total financial ruin. Remember, you signed it, but you won't remember it. Your contracts are time bombs waiting to explode when you least expect them.